March 1st. The universe just handed you a brand new month, wrapped in possibility, tied with a golden bow. And most of us are sitting here wondering if the electricity bill is going to get paid before the lights go out. I see you. I know you. And I'm here to tell you that today, this very day, March the 1st, is not just another square on the calendar. It is a divine appointment. It is the universe clearing its throat and saying, "Are you ready?" Because I have been trying to get your attention for quite some time now, darling, and you keep looking at your phone instead of looking at the sky. You did not stumble upon this video by accident. There are no accidents in a universe that is mathematically precise, spiritually intentional, and absolutely brimming with abundance that has your name written all over it. You were guided here. Something in you, some quiet inner knowing, some flicker of divine intelligence that lives in your chest like a small but stubborn candle flame, led you to press play, and I want you to honor that instinct, because that instinct is the beginning of everything. Now, before we go any further, I want to acknowledge something real. I want to look you square in the eyes through this screen and say, I know it has been hard. I know February did not exactly roll out the red carpet for you. Maybe February took your money and gave you a head cold in return. Maybe it handed you a bill you did not expect, a conversation you did not want, a silence where there should have been an answer. Maybe you spent the last 28 days feeling like you were running on a treadmill set, just a little too fast. And no matter how hard you pumped your legs, you were not actually getting anywhere. If that is you, take a breath right now, a real one, in through the nose, out through the mouth, because you made it. You are here. February is behind you, and March, glorious, abundant, miraculous March, is spread out before you like a feast you have not yet tasted. And here is the thing about feasts. You cannot eat them if you are standing outside the door with your arms crossed, telling yourself you probably do not deserve it anyway, and the food is probably not that good, and someone else will get the best seat. That is what so many of us do with abundance. We circle it. We admire it from a distance. We watch other people walk into their blessings like they own the place, while we stand on the sidewalk with our noses pressed against the glass. And I want to talk to you today about why that happens and, more importantly, how you stop doing it, starting right now. The core of everything I want to share with you comes down to one idea that sounds almost insultingly simple until you sit with it long enough to realize it is the most profound thing you will ever encounter. The idea is this: your words are wands, your thoughts are magnets, and your imagination is the mold into which the universe pours your reality. That is not poetry. That is not wishful thinking dressed up in fancy language. That is the law by which this entire universe operates, and it has been operating this way since before any of us arrived here with our bills and our doubts, and our very strong opinions about whether or not good things can happen to us. Let me explain this in a way that makes sense, even if you are the most skeptical person watching this right now, because I love skeptical people. Skeptical people, when they finally get it, become the most powerful manifestors on the planet, because they bring the full force of their analytical minds to this work, and the results are absolutely spectacular. So welcome, skeptics. Pull up a chair. Science tells us that everything is energy. Your physics teacher told you this, and whether you paid attention in class or were passing notes, this fact remains stubbornly true. Everything, the chair you are sitting on, the air in your lungs, the phone or computer you are using to watch this, everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your thoughts are also energy. Your emotions are energy. And energy has an effect on the field around it. The universe, this vast, intelligent, responsive field in which we all swim like fish who have forgotten they are in water, responds to the energy you are putting out. It does not judge. It does not have a committee that meets on Tuesdays to decide whether you deserve good things. It simply responds. It is like a very sophisticated mirror that reflects back whatever you are holding in your inner world. This is both the most wonderful and the most terrifying piece of information you will ever receive about your life. It is wonderful because it means you are not a victim of circumstance. It is terrifying because it means you cannot blame circumstance anymore. And I say that with all the love in my heart, because blame, while deeply satisfying in the short term, is the single most effective way to keep yourself locked out of your own blessings. The moment you hand your power to what happened last year, to what someone did to you, to what your bank account currently says, you have tossed the keys to your kingdom into the ocean and then complained that you cannot get inside. So let us talk about March. This magnificent month is sitting here like a blank canvas, like a fresh page, like a garden that has just been turned over and is ready to receive whatever seeds you choose to plant. March does not care what February looked like. March has no memory of last year. March is not impressed by your past, and it is not intimidated by your dreams. March is simply open. It is an open door, and you get to decide what you walk toward. Now, I want to give you something practical to work with, because spiritual wisdom without practical application is just very beautiful wallpaper. Pretty to look at, but it does not change the foundation of the house. The first thing I want you to understand is the power of the word. Not just any words, but the specific, intentional, deliberately chosen words you speak about your own life. Most of us are entirely unconscious about this. We go through our days narrating our experience in ways that actively work against us. Someone asks how you are doing and you say, "Oh, surviving." And you laugh it off like it is a joke, but the universe does not understand jokes. The universe takes everything literally and says, "Surviving? Absolutely. Here is more of that." You say, "I can never catch a break." And the universe, like a very eager but slightly confused assistant, says, "Can never catch a break? Got it." Coming right up. You say, "Money always slips through my fingers." And the universe says, "Slipping through fingers? Consider it done." This is why I want you to begin March with a complete renovation of your inner vocabulary around wealth, health, and abundance. This is not about lying to yourself. This is not about standing in front of the mirror declaring you are a millionaire when your account has $14 in it and feeling like a complete fraud. That approach does not work because you do not believe it. And the universe, being no fool, picks up on your disbelief immediately. What I want you to do is something far more sophisticated. I want you to speak to the truth of what is possible, rather than the reality of what currently is, while simultaneously holding gratitude for what already exists. Instead of saying, "I cannot afford that," which shuts every door and window in your energetic house, you say, "That is not where I am choosing to place my resources right now." Do you feel the difference? The first is a declaration of lack that the universe will faithfully reproduce. The second is a statement of agency that keeps the door open for more to come. Instead of saying, "I am so tired all the time," you say, "My body is learning how to restore itself fully." You are not denying that you are tired. You are pointing in the direction of where you are going. This is what the most abundant people on this earth understand intuitively. They are not luckier than you. They are not more deserving than you. They have simply learned to speak the language of increase rather than the language of lack. They have learned to see with the eyes of possibility rather than the eyes of evidence. Now let us talk about health, because abundance is not just about money, and I want to make sure we are completely clear on that. A person with millions in the bank who cannot get out of bed in the morning is not an abundant person. True abundance is the full, free, flowing expression of life energy in every area of your existence. Your physical body is one of the most sacred and receptive instruments you own, and it is listening to everything you say about it. Everything. When you look in the mirror and catalog your flaws, your body hears that. When you describe yourself as someone who always gets sick, your body nods along and says, "Yes, right. That is what we do." When you tell anyone who will listen about your bad back or your terrible